Welcome back to the channel, guys. Arthur here from Draft Media. Today we talk about the freshman forward from Duke, Paolo Banchero. The star freshman has filled up the stat sheet all season for the Blue Devils. He's averaging 17.1 points on 47.8% efficiency in 33 minutes per game. He doesn't primarily play above the rim, but standing at 6'10", he finds himself open for a lot of easy dunks at the basket. And he shows good patience as he waits for the openings before going up with the ball. Banchero has shown to be an effective finisher both on and off the ball. He slides into the dunker spot and runs the floor with his teammates for lob finishes. With the ball in his hands, he shows explosiveness and a great handle to get downhill as he erupts for these finishes. Paolo has an NBA-ready frame at just 18 years old. He weighs 250 pounds and has been an absolute freight train driving to the basket. He has a great crossover move and keeps his dribble alive, and his frame allows him to consistently finish through traffic. He's able to finish with either hand on either side of the basket and loves to go right into the defense's chest to draw the contact and create separation for himself. This strength will help him in the NBA as well. Of course, it won't be as easy for Banchero since everyone will be around his weight, but we also have to remember he will be 19 years old at the start of his rookie season. The fact that he's already sporting an NBA-ready body is such a great start for Paolo. He's been so unstoppable that defenses have had no choice but to try to stop him by fouling. He's averaging nearly 5 free throw attempts per game, and we know how important drawing fouls has become in the NBA. He's also shooting 73% from the line, which is decently viable. A lot of his misses have also come because of his tendency to attack defenders in the chest. As successful as it has been for him, occasionally the defenders are ready for it and will either pull the chair or hold their ground. In the grand scheme of things, this shouldn't be too big of an issue. Attacking defenders in the chest is still a great tactic, and Banchero is far from a brute force player. His game is predicated on skill and will be just fine in the NBA. Another huge facet of his game is his ability to attack from the low post. He loves the post so much that he will even attack off the dribble and turn his back to the basket midway through his attack. His post footwork is super polished and he shows great patience again in the post. He loves to use his jab step and has an elite spin move that helps him blow by defense. It's quite impressive to see how advanced his game is at just 18 years old. He's able to hit defenders with a new move every possession, whether it be an up and under, a post hook, or a spin finish. Whatever move he decides to use, it's all set up by his initial jab step. He has been such a threat from every level on the floor that a simple jab step creates enough space for him to either shoot the ball, attack off momentum, or just use a misdirection with a spin move. Banchero has seemed his most comfortable offensively from the mid-range. He's tall enough to rise over defenders and make some very difficult shots. He again sets it all up with his jab step to create space. There really isn't any shot from mid-range that Paolo isn't able to make. We see him making face-up shots, fadeaways, and pull-ups. He's an elite shot creator and plays the game with the type of confidence that shows that he truly believes he's the best player on every court. My NBA comparison for him is Antoine Walker. I believe Banchero has all the tools to end up being an all-NBA type player. He has been my number 1 pick all year long and will almost certainly remain just that. With how elite Banchero has been from mid-range, you would expect to see him be an absolute sniper from 3, but unfortunately he hasn't been. He's not a bad shooter by any stretch. He's shooting 34% on about 3 attempts per game, which definitely leaves you wanting more from Paolo. He has shown his shot creating abilities from behind the arc as well periodically, and his shot isn't bad enough for defenses to not respect it. I expect him to continue to improve from behind the arc at the next level, but at his current state, his shot is a little underwhelming. Considering just how stacked Duke's roster is, Banchero has been a great facilitator and teammate. He's averaged 3.2 assists per game and has especially found chemistry with Mark Williams. He understands how much attention he draws on offense and fires bullet passes inside for easy looks. He shows he's able to make cross-court passes and also finds a lot of teammates out of the driving kick. I believe he has better vision than his stats suggest. It's very easy to see that Paolo understands the game at a deeper level than most. He's also been a good playmaker in transition. I mentioned him having a special connection with Williams earlier, and it shows with these lob passes. He catches the ball from about 12 feet away from the basket and knows Williams will be in the dunker spot. This was especially useful against Syracuse's 2-3 zone. However, his playmaking hasn't been perfect. While I do think he has great vision, his ability to make these passes aren't always the most accurate. He's averaging 2.4 turnovers a game, and they either come from bad passes or just a lost dribble. Yet another area where Banchero has a big impact is on the boards. He's averaging 7.8 rebounds per game with 1.7 coming on offense. He uses his big frame and strength to overpower defenses for these boards, especially on offensive putbacks. He definitely plays with a lot of passion and grit. The best way to describe Banchero's defense is simply better than advertised. While he isn't always the best perimeter defender, he has made a decent amount of good plays on that end. When he's engaged, he's more than capable of defending the perimeter. He has a 7-foot wingspan and stays with his assignment the whole possession. The narrative that Paolo is a liability on that end is simply just not true. However, his defense definitely does need to improve. He isn't always engaged and shows little to no effort on closeouts. He's not the fastest guy moving laterally and will get beat off the dribble from time to time. The biggest problem I would say is just his lack of awareness on that end. His interior defense is a lot better. He's super strong and uses his long arms to challenge shots vertically without fouling. At the next level, I think he will be just fine in a team setting. Of course, he won't be a stopper by any means, but overall he should be at least a neutral defender. He's also flashed being a good weak side defender and is averaging nearly 1 block per game. But we again see his lack of awareness as he plays the guard too high while leaving his assignment in the dunker spot unattended. Against Virginia Tech, we saw Banchero show that he's a good post defender on 3 out of the 4 post-up possessions he was asked to guard. He played the last possession well up until he jumped too early to contest. Banchero has also averaged 1.1 steals per game, which he usually achieves by lurking the passing lanes. Thank you guys for watching. Consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel to join the Draft Media family.